Replicas provide a way to minimize risk of data loss. A simple check that runs rapidly is to check that the required number of replicas exists for each file. A rule to count the number of replicas is available at Zone Home RW Rules Test Number Replicas. The input parameters for the rule are star in REPL, the number of replicas you desire. The session variables that are used are $RODZone_client, $username_client to identify your home directory. The rule uses persistent state information, call name, the collection name, data name, the file name, and data replica number, the file replica number. The operations that are executed are for each, a loop over the query results, if the conditional test, select, create a query, and write line write output. The rule to check the number of replicas is shown here. The rule follows the standard rule structure. The home collection name is defined from the session variables. A query is made for all of the files stored in the home collection. For each file in the result set, a query is constructed to count the number of replicas. If the number is less than the required number, an error message is printed out. Note this rule only checks the persistent state information. It does not look at the physical files or verify their existence. The rule does not check whether the required replicas still exist. Unfortunately, a system operator could delete a replica without telling the data grid. Thus, the data grid needs to check the physical files to verify file existence. The verification of the existence of each replica and the validation of the replica checksum can be combined and done in a single rule. The processing steps would be loop over all files, create a list of replicas for each file, update replicas to the most recent version, verify the checksum of each replica, count the number of replicas, replace missing replicas, distribute replicas across the storage systems as they are being created. The rda-replication-rule.r both uses the number of replicas and verifies the checksum on each file. The rule is available at Zone Home RW Rules rda-replication-rule.r. There are multiple decisions that have to be made when creating a complex rule. What is the correct order for the tasks? Should you update replicas to the most current version before verifying checksums? Or should you verify the checksum of the changed version first? Can you replace missing replicas before verifying the checksum? Do you have to verify checksums when you replace missing replicas? Should the replacement operation automatically generate a checksum? Take 7 minutes and complete exercise 107. Run a rule to verify the number of replicas of files in your collection. Use the rule Zone Home RW Rules test-number replicas.r. Please load a paragraph describing your result into the lifetime library in the sub-collection class INLS 624 by the end of today's class.